It's Madden NFL 23.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Tua to throw right away. That's swung out to Mostert. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down. Running the counter with Mostert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
And I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to get this up to midfield. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50 at Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford going up top for Kupp. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have moved out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. Pushes him over. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the Rams getting set to go now. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll give up the middle to Akers, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
That one complete to Skoranek. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stafford. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he takes it across for the Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Dolphins 10.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Stafford on first down. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Average pass. Intercepted.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 2-2 and well. As the first half is winding down. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Aaron Donald with a sack. So we have reached halftime here at an 11-point. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 58 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Already speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Steps away to his left. That's caught. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Going up top for Kupp, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. On 2nd down and 4. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Point after, right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he'll be taken down here about the 11.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Tua. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible fourth-quarter comeback because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
On the return is Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now here on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the Rams punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And
now off to the races down the right side. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, 98 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Dolphins 23.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
A solid stiff arm.
58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense. But yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
On to give, this is Akers.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Tua and the Dolphins
down by 10. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Tua connecting with Hill.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Tua to throw.
He is going to find Hill here. Oh, what a juke into space.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here's Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Tagovailoa.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Dolphins 30.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On the ground, it's Akers.
Dropped at the 35. So able to display his strength, but not much room to operate.
Now a run with Akers.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.